Fall is right around the corner, and that's why it's time to prepare a new EDC for the upcoming season. So here's my ultimate Fall EDC for 2023. And let's kick things off with the tech that keeps me connected and entertained, and since I'm fully invested in Apple, here's my current on-the-go setup. First, of course, let's talk about my smartphone, and here I'm using the iPhone 14 Pro. Last year I bought it because my old iPhone 10 needed an upgrade, and still today I absolutely love to use it. And no, currently I'm not recommending to buy the iPhone 14 Pro because the iPhone 15 is right around the corner. So yeah, just wait a couple of weeks to get some discounts on the older models, or just buy the newest iPhone 15. At the end of the day, currently you would just waste some money, so definitely wait until the new iPhones are available. But I will definitely stick with my iPhone 14 Pro because it's such a great phone and I simply don't need an upgrade every single year. For me, the camera capabilities are top notch for some quick clips and photos, plus its performance ensures that I never have any issues to get things done. At the end of the day, especially for productivity, this phone is just great. I use it every single day to stay connected and to be sure that I get all the things done. So as a daily driver, the iPhone 14 Pro is absolutely great. Next to my iPhone 14 Pro, I still use the MagSafe battery pack. This sleek battery pack is an absolute lifesaver. It easily attaches to my iPhone and provides that extra boost of power when I need it the most. So yeah, it ensures that I stay connected and that I can use it all day long. Of course, the one from Apple is expensive, but for me it was the easiest solution. But of course you can easily buy cheaper options as well, there are tons of them out there. And yes, next to it I also have a cheaper power bank just to be sure that if I need to charge my phone multiple times, I won't run into problems. But for my everyday carry I only need the one from Apple, and that's it. Next, let's talk about audio, and when it comes to audio quality and noise cancellation, the AirPods Pro are just top notch. Their compact design and easy pairing makes them an essential for my Fall EDC. On top, I've bought a walnut case for my AirPods Pro to match them with my iPhone case as well. I absolutely like the walnut look, so it's a must-have for me and it lets the AirPods stand out. Another reason why I really like the AirPods Pro is that I can easily use them with most of my devices, and that makes my whole workflow way faster. Next up, let's talk about my Apple Watch, and this smartwatch isn't just a piece of tech for me, it's an extension. Its convenience and functionality are unmatched, making it a perfect EDC gadget for the upcoming fall season, especially if you use a lot of Apple devices like me. I mostly use it to check some incoming messages or to find some locations in the city, so yeah, I'm just using some basic features, but that's all I need and that makes my everyday life so much easier. And exactly that's why I still use an older version of the Apple Watch, because I simply never needed an upgrade, but I definitely don't want to miss it anymore and it's one of my favorite EDC gadgets. But now let's move on and let's talk about my favorite fall photography setup. Fall is my favorite season to take photos, and currently my photography setup is the Canon R5 with the RF70-200 2.8. Basically, the Canon R5 is a powerhouse camera offering high resolution images and stunning video capabilities. Paired with the RF70-200 lens, it's such a great setup to take a variety of photos. It's an investment in creativity, allowing me to get the shots that I need, and especially for client work it's also one of my favorite setups. I actually recently upgraded my EF70-200 to the new RF version because I really like the small and compact design, and since I wanted to switch completely to the RF mount, I decided to buy it. But now let's talk about some more accessories to wrap up my Fall EDC setup. For me, a well-crafted wallet is more than just a place to store cards and cash, it's a stylish statement. This wallet not only keeps my essentials organized, but also adds a touch of style to my EDC. I've bought it in addition to my walnut setup because it simply matches the darker look of my EDC, and on top it's not too big and not too small. I also really like the fact that it doesn't look completely clean, it actually got this older used look, and that's super awesome because it's a perfect match for my setup. Next up, of course, I also need to mention my Tesla key fob. This is a classic and it's always part of my EDC. I really like the key fob design and I've mostly bought it as a backup key and whenever someone else wants to drive my car. I've also bought a small case for it to protect it. It's actually a cheap case that I found on Amazon, but it's really great, especially if you want to add it to your keychain. What I definitely need to mention is that this case gets scratches super fast, so if you want to avoid that, maybe buy another one. For me it's not an issue, but for some clean EDC setups it's not a great choice. Another thing that I definitely need to mention is my good old notebook, and that's one of my absolute favorite essentials for my EDC. I always use it to write down any important notes and details that I need to get things done. Especially for client work, such a notebook is super helpful and for me the easiest solution to write down bullet points. I've actually tried to use my iPhone for these kind of things, but I've noticed that using a notebook is still the easiest and fastest option. So if you don't have a notebook for your EDC setup, definitely give it a try. And last but not least, let's talk about my Multitool. Whether I need to tighten a screw on my camera gear or if I just want to open some packages, the Multitool is always the way to go. Its versatile and compact design makes it a great tool that fits into your pockets or into any backpack, and you will be surprised how often you will use it if you have one in your EDC setup. The one that I use is a Leatherman. It offers everything that I need and it's not super expensive, so if you don't have a Multitool at home, definitely check them out. But yeah, that's my Fall EDC setup for 2023. What's your current EDC setup? write it down in the comments. So, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're new here, don't forget to smash that subscribe button to stay updated for upcoming videos, and I'll see you in the next video.